Welcome to the Tarp Report with Sam and Jes. Hey!
Hi.
Welcome to the Tarp Report where Jes gets mysteriously aggressive right before we start recording.
And then it
Every
disappears.
time. I can set your watch by your cruelty. Set my watch by your cruelty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You don't wear a watch.
You're right.
You don't know what time it is. Quit lying.
I wanted to get a watch, but my wrist is too big. I even went to the Big and Tall store.
You could use
for
one of
a
those
watch.
belts.
Like a belt watch?
They got big enough belts. You could go to the little and short store and use one of their belts
I could.
as a watch band.
Yeah, that's really smart. Or I could get a sleeve for a regular person's knee to put on my elbow.
Yeah.
And and I could get a toothbrush for a cow, and I could use it on my teeth.
Yeah, because you look like a cow.
Thank you. It's good to see you. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. Don't do that. I'm doing good. I feel good. I'm happy. You're not going to shit on me. I'm not going to do it.
Listen.
I will walk out of here right now.
You won't. First of all, you will, if at best, waddle.
Yeah, walking. I will roll out this door right now.
Oh, shit. I got to tell you about this.
I get it. I'm fat.
Oh, no.
Nothing. Let's do some news. Let's get some news, and then we'll do all our bullshit.
I got a lot.
You do got a lot. This is like fucking beautiful mind.
Okay. Good morning. Welcome to episode 123.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, baby.
That's awesome.
On 620.
God, you just hit me with your hair. I'm gonna fucking come unglued.
Yeah, you're fine. Relax.
And you did it again.
Relax. Comment corner.
Oh, hell yeah.
Da-da-da. Shorty153, which
Hell
also
yeah.
used to be his AOL handle.
Oh,
By the way.
you know who this is.
Yes, Robbie.
Oh, nice. Yeah, tell Robbie. I said hi.
our
I'm not
biggest
saying tell
fan.
Robbie I say hi. You listen to this podcast. Hi, Robbie.
Yeah, you could say it. There's a turd floating around this podcast right now. End quote. Peak Tarp Report.
Was that when we did our poop episode?
Which one?
Yeah.
There are so many.
It's been pretty poop heavy lately.
Also, with the rampant space turd control problems at NASA, is it time for them to bring on the Pringle lawyer as a consul?
You know, there is something to be said for how NASA cannot control a turd into space with their budget, but then there's some lawyer just
Out
able
there.
to get poops into Pringle cans.
Yeah.
So,
It's
you know, I was thinking the other day, because I was eating Pringles.
and taking a dump.
No, I wasn't eating Pringles and taking a dump.
Not simultaneously.
I took a dump and then I ate some Pringles, and I took a dump and then I ate some Pringles.
Ew.
It's called a life cycle. Maybe
It's called a
you've heard of
Pringle
it.
dump.
Yeah. They maybe in a little movie called The Lion King, The Circle of Life. Elton John, maybe you've heard of him.
I couldn't think. Like my next one, was like R. Kelly. What?
Wait, was R. Kelly?
No, I have no
Was
idea.
he in The Lion King?
No, I was.
No, he
trying to
was
think
I
of,
Believe I Can Fly.
I'm
That
getting my
was
Space Jam.
Space Jam.
Yeah, I'm getting my movies all mixed up.
You are. Yeah, getting The Lion King and Space Jam mixed up is pretty sweet, though.
Well, just I was trying to think of.
Wait, a lion can't play basketball?
I loved The Lion King.
Oh yeah, it's
soundtrack.
it's a good soundtrack. It's a good movie.
It's so.
I like
the
how
music
sad it
so
is.
good.
I like how they did that, and like Mufasa dies.
a young JTT.
Yeah, Home Improvement.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot of association here. Yeah, I did like that episode in the podcast. Like there was a lot of animosity during that episode.
Well, it's real. It's not.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
It's not.
And the thing about the turd, and I was like, I did say that there was a turd floating around.
I think I said that.
Did you?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay.
I
Thanks, Robbie.
All of a sudden, like if it was a quote from me, you were like, "Oh, never mind." Everything that I just said. I'm no longer interested.
Next comment. Love you, Jes.
Yeah. All right. News article number 1.
Oh, like he put a date on
He's
it. I'm gonna
helping,
stop
like, yeah.
looking.
But isn't that nice? You
It is nice.
listen. You put a problem in front of this man, and he fucking solves it.
I know.
And that's
Zach.
what I like about you, Zach.
He's perfect.
Now, if you could get us one of those, like,
You don't deserve Zach.
We need,
Don't say that because he'll do it.
he's gonna mail us one of those like cardboard things. Okay.
It's so hard not to cheat.
Just stop looking at it. CBS News
I'll look at the camera.
2018. A New Jersey school official dubbed the Pooper Intendent.
Oh!
I think I have to wait. I have to wait for reaction from.
It's not sex.
No.
But it's right there.
The Pooper Intendent.
This is like, man, like I used to do acid and coke and jump off of waterfalls, and like you hit that water and you come out and you're like, I'm so alive.
Really?
And that's what I feel like when Zach does poop content.
The Pooper Intendant is something that I've never it's so funny and it's so right there, and it's like, why haven't we always been calling a superintendent a Pooper Intendant?
Yeah.
That's genius.
I've heard a rapper say pooper bowl.
A pooper bowl?
Yeah, because they had like a rhyme about pooping, and they were like, yeah, I'll take her to the pooper bowl and put it in her hole.
I doubt that it went anything.
No, that was Paul Barman. He's crazy.
And that's the rap.
Yeah, Paul Barman.
The rap is I put it in a bowl.
No,
put it in
Paul
a super
Barman.
bowl.
Paul Barman had a
Doesn't sound
line.
like a very good rapper.
He is really good, but he's really weird. He had this thing. He goes, my dandy voice makes the most anti-choice granny's panties moist.
At least that's rapping. I mean, it sounded like it. It rhymed.
Yeah, but he said that he'd take her to the pooper bowl and put it in her hole.
But you sang it.
Huh?
You said put it in.
Oh yeah, well he was singing it, but he did say
hole.
that. Yeah, it was like a weird singy part to the song.
Okay, that's what I was pointing out.
we should keep it moving. Let's not get bogged down in weird New York rappers from the early 90s that I listened to when I was high.
A New Jersey school official dubbed the Pooper Intendant is now out of a job months after he was...
Figures.
Yeah, always. Of course.
He just got there.
After he was caught defecating on a rival school's football team field.
No. It's a big field. Chill out.
Yeah.
Where did he poop? Was it right in the middle?
I don't know. Thomas Tramagoli, the Kellenworth school
That's why he
superintendent.
goes by Pooper Intendant.
There you go, by Thomas T. For for the school was the superintendent since 2016. Resigned from his position in July 26. The decision came nearly 3 months after local police caught the 42-year-old pooping on nearby Homedale High School track and field.
That's how old I am.
That's the same age as you. This is
like
something that you could do.
Yeah.
When I'm picturing this, I'm picturing you.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you could ever. You probably wouldn't make it as a superintendent.
Yeah. I don't know if I could squat to poop anymore either. I think I'd fall over. I think I'd fall on my turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Needs work.
Yeah, not a big squatter.
When he was pooping on nearby high school track and field on a daily basis.
You know what's funny too is he also peed on the field. But You know what's funny about when you poop on something is that they don't need to say that you peed on it too.
Well, because it's the lesser offense. It's just a given, you think?
Yeah, because what did it say? Not every pee is a poop, but every poop is a pee.
Yeah, we know. We know.
You have brown nails, which is perfect for this.
By this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like 5 little turds.
Little shit nails. Little Pooper Intendant nails. He was pooping on the rival high school's track and field on a daily basis.
Damn.
Tommy T was arrested on April 30th when cameras reportedly capture the official coming back for his 8th daily dump just before 6 a.m.
No, they mean 8 in a... So it's not... He didn't shit 8 times on the field that day by 6 a.m. It was his eighth daily
time dumping
every day
before 6 a.m. is what I'm assuming. I don't think that he had he didn't have 8 poops before 6 a.m.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Because if you did have 8 poops before 6 a.m., you couldn't blame the dude for pooping on a field.
No,
because he's just
that's
going
a
to poop
disorder. That's
everywhere.
a disorder.
Yeah.
No, that's not his fault.
Shout out, folks, can't stop pooping.
Yeah, we're with you.
Solidarity.
He was charged with lewdness, littering, defecating in public.
Oh.
And was immediately put on paid leave of absence.
He didn't get charged with urinating in public.
Of course not.
Which is funny because they could.
Because every poop is not a pee and every pee is not a poop.
No, every poop is a pee, but every pee isn't necessarily a poop. It's in the Bible.
I haven't read that movie.
Yeah, Leviticus.
Based on events unrelated to his service.
Anything wild in the Bible, I just assume it's Leviticus.
This is. It has become clear to both Dr. Tommy T.
He's a doctor?
Isn't that funny? Like, for some reason, that part really gets me.
Is he like Dr. Jill Biden, who's not like a medical doctor?
Like, he was just really, knighted.
Really smart. Yeah. I'm not taking anything away.
Well, yeah, you can get your PhD in anything.
Yeah.
But still, I think anybody who gets their PhD.
By the way, don't be in the comments being like, oh, I'm a doctor of planets. Like, I know.
Yes. Don't fucking sound off in the comments like you guys always do. Yeah. You guys are always fighting in the comments. You guys, it's just like, it's so hard to like, read all of the comments all the time.
Sort through them.
But we see you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chill out.
All right. We try not to read them because it's not always easy. We have a lot.
Just imagine what they're saying off the internet.
Yeah. I
imagine. Phone calls.
I imagine all
Discord
the time.
servers.
Both Dr. Tommy T. and the Board of Education agree that his continued service as the superintendent has become too much of a distraction for the main mission of the district. Yeah.
That checks out.
The 42-year-old is reportedly planning to sue the police.
Oh, hell yeah.
Over the mugshot that was taken during his arrest. It's like getting photographed and fingerprinted for a speeding ticket, Dr. Tommy T's attorney said. The former superintendent claims the mugshot has created a malicious narrative around his pooping antics. Yeah, they're trying to make it into something negative. They're trying to make it seem like it's something bad that he did, and he didn't do anything bad. He was just taking a dump on a football field.
That's crazy. 8 times. And like 8 daily.
Do you think it could have been more than that? Do you think that that's probably how many days they went back?
I don't know. Where's this guy from?
I don't know.
It's 2018. There wasn't quite as many cameras then. I mean, there's still a lot.
New Jersey.
Oh. I don't know why I meant it. I was like, where's he from?
That changes everything.
I was like, what time zone?
They did say earlier it was Eastern, and I'm like, what the hell does that matter?
Yeah.
Tommy T will officially be removed from his $150,000 a year job.
Damn.
On September 30th, 2018.
He'll have to go to a different district and be a Pooper Intendent there.
Pooper Intendent. That's hilarious.
I do like it.
Good job. Good job, high school.
Yeah. I like that guy.
News article number 2. CBS News 2025.
Fresh.
Travelers at O'Hare International Airport are like...
I've been there. That's an airport I go to a lot.
Yeah.
I like Chicago.
Anything else you want to say about that airport?
Nope. Just want to kind of brag.
Just letting us know. I travel a lot, so
full-time
I kind of go in and out of airports.
July is 4 years since I gave up my job.
Yeah. Since I made
because
the worst
I
mistake
think
of my life.
laughter is I think laughter
making people laugh is a real job.
It's important, especially in these trying times with people shitting on football fields and
in 2018
eating their brother's wieners.
These are trying times in 2018.
I wish everybody we've ever covered on this podcast could just be in a room together.
Could you imagine?
And then that girl will eat all their wieners.
You really have got to get over it.
I just want the lawyer guy.
This has become like the new. Like, oh, do you remember what happened before we went to California? Do you remember the Lost episode? is what the wiener thing is. It's just like you have trauma and you have got to get over it. CBS News.
Man, Jes is dropping truth bombs.
He's like, I know, I am trying. He's like, I have brought it up with my therapist. I keep trying to talk about it. No one will listen.
Wouldn't it be crazy if the bomb blew off my wiener and it got eaten? That'd be crazy.
The bomb.
The truth bomb. And it blew off my wiener.
What? I was like, what bomb are you? What
you don't
what
even
are you talking
need
about?
It takes a little bomb to blow off a wiener. They don't have any bones. Wieners.
You know that I don't like thinking.
What is hard
about your wiener?
But does not have a bone. It's
and can easily be removed by a bomb
and eaten.
What is Sam's wiener? Okay.
What's a thing that some people like, but one person gets?
A little gaggy over. Isn't that funny?
My jokes.
Some people like to eat them whole, and some people can't put them in their mouth at all.
Eaten whole.
Okay. Travelers at O'Hare International Airport are likely familiar with the sight of cars coming through to pick up and drop off passengers.
Detention, though. Can we talk about the tension right now that we don't know if this is a poop story yet? Like, I am like over here. I'm just like,
oh, how are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? Who's pooping? Who's pooping where?
Because airports and poop.
All right. There's definitely poop at airports. We're getting there. Is it in the car? Are we pooping in the car? Okay.
I'm ready. What's it going to be?
Anyone caught stopping for too long is told to keep it moving. The tight ship at pick-up and drop-off makes what happened around noon Saturday highly confusing.
I know this situation.
Do you?
Yeah, the airport pick-up and drop-off, and you're supposed to be in a cell phone lot, and then you pick people up when they call you or whatever. But
you know that situation.
People try to post up. I know exactly what they're talking about, and it's not just this airport; it's all airports. Continue, Jes.
Okay. Yes, if you've ever been to an airport, you know exactly
pick up, drop
what
off.
We're talking about.
Yeah.
This is for you people who've been to an airport. This one's for fucking you. The tight ship run at the pickup and drop off makes what happened Sunday more confusing. A DoorDash driver drove through the security areas before someone realized he wasn't supposed to be there. A source told CBS News Chicago the delivery driver drove miles along the interior and restricted roads at O'Hare, potentially crossing runways. Before someone spotted him from the air traffic control tower.
Oh, my God.
Police added that they conducted a preliminary investigation and deemed the driver's actions a mistake, and no charges or citations were filed.
That's
CBS
crazy.
News Chicago reached out to DoorDash for this story. The company said they are looking into it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he somehow got onto like the runway and was trying to deliver someone's McDonald's.
I bet it's a issue with like the mapping, like the map software that DoorDash is using, combined with, I bet it was somebody in one of the hangars, like an airplane maintenance person.
Getting their food DoorDash.
And they were trying to get DoorDash. This isn't the part where I'm being funny. This is the part where my
it's not very funny.
detective hat is on and my silly propeller hat is off.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine I place it right here, little propeller. Twing. Good job, you spun it. Careful, it'll fly away.
Wait, wrong hat.
Oh shit! God.
You got it. Okay.
Okay, leave it there.
Ready?
Be serious.
No, you just switched hats again. You have the other hat on.
Sorry, it's very good.
You have your serious hat on now.
Yes.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
What's happening in this country right now? Oh shit! That's my too serious hat.
Damn it.
God. Wait, what's going on? Oh yeah, DoorDash.
You were explaining to me how like I don't fucking understand how this DoorDash person got onto the thing, which I
wasn't. I'm talking about a thing.
And this is let me investigate.
According to my investigations,
You can use my silly hat for a while. I have another one. It's in my ass. This is my gross hat. It was in my ass. It's all poopy and it's got cum on it too.
Ew.
I know.
Why you
Give me my silly hat. Give me my silly hat. You don't deserve it. You didn't earn this silly hat. Oh, this is my resentment hat.
Oh, you've got it all fucking backwards.
Now you can just have your long hair.
Good. I don't like hats. I don't look good in hats anyway.
You remind me of your hair because hairs are skinny.
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. News article number 3.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, it was just something funny. Like the DoorDash driver fucked everything up because he somehow ended up on the tarmac or whatever
it's
called.
Rad though.
It's so funny. Can you imagine? It's like those people who accidentally
the panic. Dude, I have to tell you something.
He probably didn't even panic because he thought he was where he was probably just like.
You know what I did today? So I took my mom to the airport yesterday, right? So I'm driving her car right now. It's just the first keys that I grabbed when I left today, and I missed the exit.
Oh.
And I got off on 120.
Yeah.
Which is you can only go on JBLM from there, right?
How did you? With the exit for the airport?
No, the exit. No. For you to get here this morning.
Oh. Okay.
I was on the phone. I was on the phone with Jay Ruby.
And so you had to flip a bitch inside the.
Yeah, but you have to go through the security, right? So I pull up there. I'm like, hey, I apologize. I got off at the wrong exit. They're like, that's fine. You do it all the time. Do you have ID on you? And I was like, oh, yeah. And I looked.
Oh, no.
Forgot my wallet.
Oh, no.
Forgot my wallet.
Oh, no. So did they?
And then they were like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot my wallet. But really, I'm going to turn around like
the hell you are.
And then they were like, well, do you have anything to do? I was like, yeah, I got the registration for the car. My mom's car.
Oh, no.
My mom has a different last name than me. Yeah. And I was like, listen, this is
oh, man.
A mix-up. But I was like, if I was doing a terrorism, I wouldn't let you guys just turn me around.
Right, I just want
to go home.
You didn't say that, did you? If I was doing a terrorism?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I took my ISIS flag off my car.
Were you wearing your military hat?
Yeah. No, I was wearing my silly hat. That's why they let me go through.
Did they walk you through and let you?
Yeah, I just followed a guy. Yeah. They were just like this guy. They just wanted me gone.
Yeah.
That's the thing I have going for me in a lot of when I get into official kinds of trouble where I screw up, the best thing I have going for me is people get tired of me.
Right.
It's really worked out.
Yeah. Because you're exhausting and it happens quick. Yeah. Like that. NBC News.
You might see me grabbing my sad hat.
No, this one has tails that come out of the brim.
Yeah. I will remember our relationship.
Oh God. Okay. Jesus, give me. Dear Lord, please be with us as we get through this next news article.
Oh no, is it bad?
Give us strength.
Oh no.
Give the listeners strength and me also. In Sister Wives' name, we pray, amen.
What about me? Am I going to be good?
NBC News. A man on death row in Florida used his last opportunity to share a message with the world on Thursday to show his support for President Donald Trump.
Hell yeah, I heard about this. Yeah. Oh my God.
President Trump, keep making America great. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, dude.
Glenn Rogers, 62, said moments before receiving his fucking lethal injection. Piece of shit. Rogers was executed for the 1995 murder of a 34-year-old mother of two who he met at a bar. In his final statement, Rogers also thanked his wife, who was apparently a fucking idiot, and visited him earlier in the day at the prison. Sorry, but that wasn't.
Were they together?
That's what I'm assuming.
When he murdered the girl he met at the bar?
And I don't know, but there's also those fucking people who
Would you rather have your husband cheat on you or murder a lady?
Probably probably cheat on.
I guess it depends on why he murdered her.
I don't know if it does. Really?
I mean, it matters, but it could be just like blanket, like it's better if he just has sex with somebody else. But I'm sure this dude's an enormous piece of shit.
Well, I think that he is like, it wasn't just this murder that he was on. It was like, this is what they charged. Yeah. They got him for this one, but he was suspected in others.
You know, like politics aside, like obviously like, I've been pretty clear. Like I don't talk about a lot of my stand-up, but I've been clear on the podcast that I don't like Donald Trump. I don't like any of the presidents, but I specifically dislike Donald Trump more than the other ones just because he lies so much. But like whether or not you support President Trump or any president, the bootlicking thing is just wild to me.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that really threw me off is it like the Proud Boys and like these organizations and like and they're like white supremacist organizations or whatever, or like what the Proud Boys say, they're Western chauvinists, like they like the Western world.
Yeah.
And like it's like all right,
totally
bro.
different.
Yeah, totally different. The bootlicking thing is crazy to me because like I was locked up with some heavy dudes, like some like Aryan Brotherhood. Like I was around those guys. I knew them. I would talk to them here and there. I was never down with that shit. But like they were never like, you know what? We like cops.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's the strangest thing for these worlds, you know, and it's the same thing that I see. It's
like I mean, even now comedians that are like all like Rogan and Kill Tony and all of those people are like, yes, let's go to we want to go to the president. We're like best friends with the president. And like, it's like, no, you guys are supposed to be like, you're supposed to be doing the opposite.
Yeah,
that's
you're
not
like
cool.
Anti, like
you're comics. You're supposed to.
Yeah. I think
you're
some
supposed
of those
to be
guys
fighting the man, not going to lunch with him.
Some of those guys are like, I think it's been pretty quiet lately. I'll just say that, which is funny. But I don't know, man. I think it's an interesting story because it's like, dude, like so many crimes are born out of this like sad desperation, not making excuses for criminals, whatever, and people making horrible choices, especially when they're making choices that hurt other poor people. Like, but it's like the folks in the government, whether it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump, like they're not there for you. Like they're not there for poor folks. And then like this shit happens and then but I think people fall in love with it like, oh, he's finally like, see, I get like I don't like Donald Trump, but I get it though. Like I get why people vote for him and I get why people like him is because it feels like and it felt like this like revenge onto a system. Like it's like he's like a fucking hand grenade, you know? It's like, oh, I'm gonna get this bombastic like fucking reality TV star and then you get shit like this. Then I saw this video. It's like this thing goes viral, you know? It's like, and it's funny because I see people posting about it. They're like, these are the kind of people that support Donald Trump. And see, this is the thing is like, and then the folks that support Donald Trump are like, they think we're all murderers. It's like, no, like, well, no. Yeah, no.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like when I see anyone, I feel like a lot of us now, like you see someone in a red hat and it's like, you know, you get like like, oh no.
You know what's weird about it with me anymore is it like, I get that, but to me it's not. And also I'm saying this as like a giant straight white dude that like, I don't get nervous about that person as like some kind of potential threat, physical threat.
No. It's a disappointment.
But it's like, and it's also like, to me, there's like this fear of like, man, if you're just yelling it right out the gate, there's no chance for us to have a conversation with any like nuance or anything like that.
Like, you know? No, it's just, it's a literal red flag.
Yeah. And
it's
also,
like, oh, that's a person that is not someone that, you know, there's no tolerance. It's not someone you want to be around.
Since 2008 too, like I've literally just been like plugging my nose while I vote because I didn't want Hillary. I didn't want Biden. I just wanted the other person less. Like I haven't voted for somebody. like in the like national politics, and this goes with senators too. It's like I haven't voted for anybody I like in so long. I don't even remember what that. I haven't had like a candidate like win me over. You know, like Kamala didn't win me over. Joe Biden didn't win me over. Right. Donald Trump sure as hell didn't win me over. But like they lost me more than the other ones.
Yeah.
Sad.
In his final statements, Rogers also thanked his wife who visited him earlier in the day at the prison.
That's crazy. I get it, but also
I don't get that.
Well, I don't know. Oh, Sam Miller hot take.
Okay, what is it?
He did something horrible, but that's not all he is the thing that he did that's horrible. So like he's still capable of love and receiving love. I've done bad stuff.
Have you murdered a woman? Do you think that if
no, I've never.
Do you think that if you did murder a woman, that you should? I just don't understand how like
hang out. I should hang out with the president. What? Wait, if I do murder a woman, I should thank the president?
Yes, of course. Well,
yes.
How are you going to get pardoned?
Yes.
He also said in a somewhat cryptic. He said, "In the near future, your questions will be answered." Without going into detail, obviously.
Dude, that's so... Dude, I remember... That reminds me like when I got kicked out of rehab that one time. And I was like, someday I'm going to work here. You'll see.
Yeah.
Like if you...
Or like when customers get pissed and they're like, I'm never coming back here. And it's like, oh no.
Yeah, it's like in the near future, your questions are going to be answered. And the doctor's like checking his heart after the execution. And like, our questions have been answered.
There it is. The lethal injection began after his message to Trump, and he lay quietly through the procedure. The execution took place at Florida State Prison near Stark. Rogers was pronounced dead at 6:16.
How do you feel about the death penalty?
I fucking kill him. I don't give a shit. Rogers, a suspected serial killer,
looking for some nuance,
scrutinized for possibly linked to the. I don't know. Do we think like R. Kelly almost had an overdose this week or this in prison, and I feel like that would have been a big bummer because then he would have you know
what his problem was. He believed he could fly.
Everyone's like, I believe I could die. But like I feel like that's like him getting out of his punishment. Like I feel like he should rot in prison for the absolute rest of his life.
Yeah. I don't think the state should kill people, but just because I also know that like living the rest of your life in prison is punishment is like more than fitting punishment. Like that's the thing that's funny about
he was on there for what, 20 years?
Yeah. The other thing is like life in prison, is it not a sentence? Like you're gonna die in prison.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that there's innocent people that have been executed.
Yes. Obviously, I don't want.
And also, I don't
want innocent people to be executed.
I'm just not for it. But I get
we have one more.
Oh shit! Bonus story.
Let's see. ABC News 2025. A man from Murray, Kentucky, was arrested last week after police say he released a raccoon inside a business.
Okay, Zach, these are fucking great. And it had a poop thing, and this has just been this. I think these are my favorite stories we've ever had, like as a whole. There's been stories that I like more. Like obviously, the lawyer with the Pringles can is like my absolute favorite, and the wiener thing least favorite. Trying to move past it, but as a whole, these 4 stories are slamming.
This comes just months after the same man was arrested for attempting to evade police officers on a mule.
Hell, dude, this is like he's
Let's
like
party.
Crocodile Hunter guy.
This Crocodile Hunter, Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He's like, this is a man that should be celebrated.
Oh, like the crocodile. I was like the Crocodile Hunter. What are you talking about? Oh, because there's animals involved.
Yeah.
On June 6th, the Murray Police Department responded to a call that a person had intentionally released a raccoon into an open business.
Think about what you would have to do to unintentionally release a raccoon.
Kick it.
Like if you pass out under a tree and a raccoon falls in your backpack and your wallet's in your backpack,
Your wallet's no. Well,
and you
the
have
raccoon,
to go.
like, the raccoon gets in your backpack, and then you're like, oh, and the raccoon falls asleep, obviously.
Yeah.
And then
because it was eating apples.
right, and then
Apples that were a little bit rotten, and the raccoon
So it made
got
it
drunk in your
sleepy.
backpack, and you're drunk too.
so you guys are, but you wake up and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, and then you're like
At the Dollar General.
you go into the store because you wanted some water to sober up, like a good person. Then startles the raccoon when you open the thing.
Backpack to get your wallet. Raccoon wakes up.
Freaks the fuck out.
You have unintentionally released a raccoon into a store. There's other ways you could do it too.
100%.
Yeah.
According to police, soon after officers initiated a traffic stop on Jonathan Mason 40.
Is he going to refuse to cooperate? Are you telling me the man who ran from the cops on a mule and released a live raccoon into a might not want to cooperate with the police?
A bit of a handful. According to police, he refused to roll down his window or exit the vehicle.
Shocking.
Officers physically removed Mason from the vehicle.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go hands on.
Bummer. Investigators learned the raccoon that was released into the business bit a person, and that Mason had previously warned that he was not allowed to be on the property of the business.
Wait, you telling me the guy who released the raccoon in the business had been previously removed from the business for what?
Doesn't sound like something a man who would release a raccoon would do. Mason was arrested and charged with assault in second degree, criminal trespassing in the third degree, resisting arrest, and failure of owner to maintain required insurance, first offense.
I hate long crimes. That's the worst. I hate it when a cop's like, I'm charging you a blah, 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 blah,
failure
blah,
of
blah,
owner
blah.
to
I'm
maintain.
like,
okay.
Wrap it up, officer.
Like, just say it's because they don't have insurance.
Yeah. Give me a layman's terms what I'm going to jail for.
About 6 months prior to this incident, Mason was arrested for a different crime, also involving an animal. This is the part that I got nervous whenever we get to like people and animals. And I'm like, oh God, no, please don't. Please
We've been
don't.
good lately.
Please don't,
I think we have a
don't.
balance. I think Zach knows us and we know Zach, and we communicate through these news stories. And I know that he knows that we're both been going through a lot lately.
Yeah, that's the last thing that we need.
Yeah.
I think everyone, last thing anyone needs. In December 2024, Murray Police Department responded to a local bar after an unruly individual who had been asked to leave was refusing to do so. Officers found Murray outside the business under the influence of alcohol. Mason had ridden a mule to the establishment and refused to stop when ordered by an officer. Authorities say Mason resisted as the officers continued to try and place him under arrest.
How did they know that it wasn't the mule that was refusing to stop?
Right. Like, how do you make a mule stop? You know, that's not even his fault.
What you have to do is
you got to pull the reins.
You got to let him get the carrot.
You got to pull the carrot back.
Yeah. Dude, I was obsessed with that when I was a kid. I loved the idea of being on the back of an animal and holding a carrot. I thought
walking it forward.
Yeah. And I was also very sad as a child.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I just sit by myself and think about a carrot on a string and how
delicious that would be.
Nobody loved me or listened to me.
And I wish someone would carry a carrot out in front of my face.
And then maybe I could get the carrot.
I'd follow it.
So hungry.
Delicious. Witnesses told investigators they saw Mason whip the mule at different establishments in an unnecessary amount of times, in addition to mistreating the animal in other ways. As a result,
the mule or the raccoon?
The mule.
Okay.
As a result, Mason was arrested. The mule was stabled, and Mason was charged with disorderly conduct, second degree, alcohol intoxication in a public place.
It sounds like the mule was stabled and he was stabled.
Both of them.
Which is
stabled.
A funny way to say go to jail. He's been stabled.
Criminal trespassing, blah, blah, blah. Cruelty to animals. Just 2 days after the mule incident, Mason was arrested once more for attempting to flee police while riding the mule down the road. Intoxicated.
Wait, he got the mule out of the stable?
He did.
Is this a different mule?
How many mules does this guy have?
I don't know.
It says just 2 days after the mule incident, Mason was arrested once more for fleeing police while riding the mule down the road.
Do you think he got pulled over because he was going too many mules per hour?
It was,
Speeding. See what I did? Mule, like mine.
Yeah.
You didn't laugh.
Well, because it wasn't funny. He was charged with fleeing and evading police, third degree, and cruelty to animals, second degree. Cheese and crackers. Cheese and crackers.
You know what's cool is that was also kind of a poop story because the mule was probably pooping
Along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is every story is kind of a poop story.
If you think about it. And I know you do.
I do.
Please.
Oh my God.
The fact that you legitimately almost took your own nose off.
You think it would take it off? Oh, dude, that's so scary. Okay, let's go.
And we're already 40 minutes in.
I know. This is a good podcast. I'm into it. Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
You start. You got so much shit on this
Holy
piece of paper.
guacamole. Okay, so probably the biggest news while we were on vacation. I'll talk about that in a second. But while we were on vacation, my sister was having, she was struggling.
Shitty britches?
And she was sending me texts, and she was saying that there was this lawyer that has been trying to get a hold of her. And she sent me like a text from the lawyer just saying, hey, like I'm on this case.
It's having to do with your mom?
Yeah. And then like 2 weeks later, and my sister is just wants to be done.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah. Like it literally, the text came in like at the exact like 1 year mark.
Yeah. If you don't know, Jess's mom was killed in like an industrial accident.
Yeah. And so, but we haven't heard anything.
Yeah.
You know, her husband sold the house, sold the cars, moved to Florida.
Her husband?
Yeah, my mom's.
Oh, man. And he was the beneficiary for the...
Everything.
Yeah.
And so, like, it's just been like a...
And you already weren't a real fan of him?
Well, we just don't know him.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, I
get it.
Just, and so, it's just been very, like, it's just been painful and, like, not something that anybody's, like, we just assume that...
Yeah, we haven't talked about it in a long time.
Mitch took the money and ran.
Yeah.
But this lawyer, and so I told my sister that she needs to talk to him. She needs to talk to the lawyer and see what he says. And he's a lawyer out of Pennsylvania who does his entire practice is suing industrial companies who have these sort of accidents.
Yeah.
And he told her that I talked to him yesterday that they've done a full investigation and they have like, they're confident that we have a case.
Wow.
And that like, they've been there, they've like, been testing it and they're confident that. That's
awesome.
Yeah. And, by Maryland and Pennsylvania law, like we are guaranteed like a certain amount no matter what. And so like, you know, like my biggest fear was that like this horrendous thing had happened and like, none of us can pay for therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's legit costs.
And, especially my sister who was there when it happened.
Yeah.
And so now maybe this will help. Like it obviously doesn't, you know, bring mom back, but it will like it'll help pay for therapy, which will be nice. There's also
you guys, you know, we talk about like I didn't come up with laws. I didn't decide to live in this system. You know what I mean? Like this is something we're born into. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the law and what's right don't line up. Like there's things that are right that are legal, and there's things that are legal that I don't think are all right.
Right.
But in this case, like it makes sense that you guys would receive some form of compensation for the fact that through negligence or even downright like greed that your mom was killed.
Yeah. They're able to prove that like the machine, the way that he explained it to me, the way that it made it easy for me to understand, he was like is like when you open like a dryer, like the dryer will automatically shut off.
Yep.
And he was like, that's what should have happened, and it didn't. And so there were like two of these sensors, like one on each side of the machine.
Yeah.
And the one side did it, but the other side didn't.
Yeah.
And this is not the first person that has died from this machine.
Whoa.
Yeah, and
the sensors weren't working on the other one either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
sounds pretty cut and dry as far as
really.
What?
You had to say cut and dry.
Oh yeah, sorry, because your mom was cut in half by a laser.
But there's been a
You did that.
There's been a complete recall on that machine.
Wow. Was the recall even prior to the accident?
No.
Okay, but still.
No. So it was because of.
Fuck yeah, get your fucking money, Jess. Get your therapy. Your sister gets therapy. And also, you know what's funny is it like punitive damages make sense too. And yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
You can buy another comedy club.
No, I don't. No, I need to. What are you talking about? I need to fucking. Both of my cars are broke down.
You need a
My fucking fridge is broke down. Like my life is falling apart. The fucking cops were at my house yesterday.
Whoa.
Like, yeah, because our neighbor, because you know how you park, you know how you just come up from and you park facing this. The
I did
opposite.
it today.
Yeah, fucking. She told us before we left. Because Izzy parks that way. It's not a big fucking deal. You can totally park that way. Like she came up and she said that she was going to call the cops on us. And then we left for our vacation. Told her to get the fuck off of our property and go away. Yeah. We left for our vacation, and the car had been acting up. And so Izzy parked it facing that way because it had literally just shut off. Yeah. And which of course it did. And so then we get back. And we're all sitting down here yesterday, and fucking DuPont's finest show up to.
It's like 3 of them or something.
Yeah, two deep, and we're like, what?
That's like most of the police force.
Yeah, we're like, are you kidding? Yeah. Like, what do you guys left the gas station to come down here for this? Like, and he was like, yeah, it's life in DuPont. Yeah. And so she called the cops on us, and then.
Are we not supposed to park that way?
I have no idea. I don't.
Then the cops tell you if she called the cops for you parking.
Well,
I
assume that I don't know. I'm assuming that.
What did the cops say?
Well, they told us that she called the cops, that she called us, and that we needed to turn around.
What did the cops tell you that you need to turn around?
Yeah.
Oh, so I shouldn't park like that.
Probably not. I don't really. I want you to. I want you to. Oh, okay, actually, if you could park that way in front of her house.
And she's on this side?
She's 2 houses down.
2 houses down?
It's not that far. We moved all of our cars in front of her house last night.
Oh, just to mess with her?
I said, there you go, Tina. She's like, what? And I'm like, you heard me. And then this morning.
You need to watch.
Oh, no. You don't even understand.
You're fucking
this
out
morning.
of pocket. There's no reason to antagonize her, though.
She's 100, number one.
It's not going to help her.
It helps me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Are you kidding me? You're going to fucking call the cops because of the way that our car is parked? God. Are you fucking serious, you old bitch? Like,
she's 100.
Fucking call the cops when there is something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, that is insane. Like, and so this morning I'm getting the car towed.
God.
And she came out and she's like, what's wrong? And I was like, what are you going to do? You going to call the cops again, Tina? I'm like, go away from me.
You know, there's an old saying that you know that I love, and I know you love it when I say, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right?
Oh, I don't give a fuck.
That's exactly what I thought.
I want to be right.
You were going to do.
I want to be right for now.
Good work.
She could fuck off.
Good work.
There are just so many, we don't fuck with anyone.
Yeah, I know.
This is the quietest fucking neighborhood. Nothing happens.
You guys are
here.
Quiet. Yeah.
We've lived here for almost 10 fucking years.
That's her problem though, man. Did you tell her that your husband's a hero?
She knows that.
Oh my God.
She knows. She just doesn't care.
Dude, I bet she is constantly posting about how much she supports our troops and veterans, and then she's calling the cops on your hero husband.
Bitch. Put the yellow. Okay.
Did more documentary filming. Documentary's coming along. Did the Jail Letters project with my mom. Got real sad. Cried in the car the next day. Cried when I did it. Shouldn't have done 2 in a day. But the show went well. Fucking Eventbrite finally paid me today.
Nice.
It just so happened to be I knew it was going to be like this with the University of Washington. I did my corporate gig. It went really well. But it's you have to wait almost a month sometimes to get paid by the college.
Yeah.
and then my Port Angeles check is in the mail, and so like money got tight or whatever. But like not like I was thinking about this the other day. Like money being tight now is way different than money being tight back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So wasn't really that bad at all. So
Good. Well.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we were filming in Astoria, and then also like this script stuff is really happening. Like we're really working on it, and I had a Zoom meeting with some folks. One of whom was in South Africa. One of they make films. They're filmmakers, and what we're talking about doing is doing like kind of like a drunk history kind of thing, where I would be on stage telling my joke about like waking up under the tarp, and as I'm telling the joke, there would be people like acting out the joke.
That's awesome.
Yeah, isn't it cool? Yeah, I knew you'd like it because it's a good idea
I like
and it's
drunk
funny.
history.
Yeah. Me too. I think it's a great show. And
it makes me. I wish I could drink like that.
yeah, I know.
Looks like fun.
Whenever I watch that show, I'm like, wow, they can just have a fun night and then
Isn't that so
be
like
successful
amazing?
or whatever.
Well, it's like for me, like just seeing like people who just get like silly and relaxed and like goofy when they drink, like that's what I envy.
Yeah.
Like I don't envy like the drinking that I do when I drink. Like I envy I wish that I were able to get drunk the way other people can.
I know. It'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be amazing. Looks like a lot of fun.
Sucks about your Portland show getting canceled tonight
It's
because
not.
it's going to rain.
I literally just checked my messages and there's nothing. I see no.
That's because they're dysfunctional in Portland.
I see nothing.
Yeah. I'm just getting you ready. I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that. Just be ready for that possibility. We're both going to Portland. I'm doing comedy at NA convention. You're doing comedy in the park. I guess Lynette's going to be down there too.
Lynette, Bo Johnson, I think is going to be
really
there.
shit. I'm gonna try to get a hold of those guys. Yeah, we'll see. Because my I don't go up till
that would
9.
actually be fun if all of our shows got canceled and then we could go do something fun together and then you'll have major FOMO.
My show's not gonna get canceled.
Yeah, and we're gonna do something with. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fine.
We're gonna send video.
Oh, dude, that's fine. I hope you guys have fun. Because you know what? I don't really get FOMO from when people I love hang out and have lovely times together. I can just be happy for them.
Oh, not me. Not me. I get resentful. I get so mad. I'm like, what the fuck are you guys? Are you? Oh, you did that without me. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Hold on. So.
I know you got so much stuff on here. I'm ready. Hit me.
Well, no, we had our vacation to South Carolina. We surprised the girls with a trip to Charleston.
I thought they found out about it.
Well, no, Grandpa kind of gave it away.
Oh, okay.
At Abby's graduation thingy, and he said. Because he was like, oh, well, I won't be able to see you until after your trip. And she was like, what trip?
Oh, nice. Did you guys cut and say something else?
Well, we just told her that Grandpa.
Hell yeah.
Grandpa had lost it a little bit.
Yeah.
But so we were all excited. We were leaving Friday night at like 11. And so like packed up all of our stuff and got to the airport. And it was wonderful. And then we flew from here to Texas, and then it was supposed to be from Texas to South Carolina. And we got to Texas at like.
You guys flew a red eye.
No, well, yeah. We left Seattle like an hour later than we were supposed to.
Oh yeah.
So which means we got
you
to
missed your
Texas
connecting flight
an hour later than we were supposed to, which means we missed our flight.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't get on to the next flight until like 8 hours later. And it was
yeah, it sucks. Stuck in an airport fucking
woo boy. Oh my god.
Especially when you got kids and it's not so bad when it's just you.
Oh, 100%.
And it also sucks because like these vacations, like you're not out there taking a bunch of vacays all the time.
No, so. We don't travel. We don't travel well.
Yeah.
All of the anxiety medicine was in the the bags because I thought, I was planning on just kind of sleeping during the trip.
Yeah.
And so like I put all of our meds like in the other bag so I didn't have to carry anything.
Yeah.
And so
gotta say rookie mistake, man. You gotta keep your meds in the carry-on.
I did not.
Yeah.
Did not
you don't keep your meds in your carry-on.
Well, I usually bring like a bag with me.
Yeah.
But like
Got it.
Josh, we were like talking. He was like, you don't need to bring anything.
Fault,
it's totally Josh's fault.
I love that.
Like he said, you don't need to bring anything with you. And like, and I brought I had my little bag, but I just put all my pills and my fucking. Yeah, that's where I fucked up. And so we all just took turns crying.
Oof.
It was really.
But you made it though.
Yes, Joshua was able.
Did Josh cry?
He did not. He wanted to. Yeah. I think. Like.
God, imagine that just being like the head goose.
Yeah. Of the just and I'm pissed off because I have there's just nothing because there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
You're just fucking stuck there. Yeah. You don't know when you're leaving.
Was it like the Dallas? Was it DFW or Dallas Fort Worth Airport?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fucking
crazy
huge.
airport. Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were, the flight that we got dropped off was on A and we needed to be on fucking Z and you got to ride the fucking tram.
You had plenty of time to get there.
Yeah. Oh well, each time we got on like a like the standby.
Oh yeah, and we
had to go to a different one, and then a different one, and then a different one.
Yeah.
And it was really like the first one. They called our name, and they were like Anderson family, and we're like, whoa, that's us!
Yeah.
Woo! And so we thought we were gonna get on the first flight, and they were like, we do not have seats for you. And we're like,
God,
why did you call our names? Yeah. Why did you do that? Brutal. But we finally got out of there and we finally got to South Carolina.
Did you have a good time?
It was really fun.
Nice.
It was
you guys were only there for like 3 or 4 days, right?
Yeah, we stayed. It was Saturday. We got there Saturday morning and then we flew out Wednesday morning.
I totally forgot you were on vacation.
I know. Yeah. I know. And then you messaged me on Wednesday and be like, "Can we podcast tonight?" And I'm like, "No. We can't."
Yeah.
We can't cuz I'm in Texas.
I texted you because I called you and you didn't pick up.
Right.
Because I was.
Because I was at the airport then.
Oh.
I was flying home.
But we still did we made it all work. It's all good.
Yeah, but we had fun. We went to the beach. We went on a carriage ride. We went
and you were in Charleston. Mm-hmm. Ah, man, I wish I knew you were going to be in South Carolina. Dude, I know a really good restaurant in Charleston. I would have loved it if you guys went. I think you would have liked it. And then we could have talked about how you like the food too.
It was really we had fun.
I want to go back to that Korean joint with you, and maybe we could bring Josh and the girls sometime and go there. Yeah, I was really happy that you like that food.
We did go paddleboarding.
Yeah. I'm too big to paddleboard. I can't stay on top of this motherfucker. Were you able to do it?
It was yes, but like.
Did you enjoy it?
So Abby and I were on paddleboards, and then Izzy and Josh were in kayaks.
Yeah.
And Abby really wanted to paddleboard. That was like the thing that she wanted to do in Charleston. So I was like, okay, great. But like we'd never paddleboard before.
Yeah.
And so like in the water that we got on, for some reason in my head, like we were we went through like this. It's a a rental place or whatever, and like, but for some reason in my head there was going to be like a little area where we could like get on the water and then like test it out a little bit, get your wits about you. But that didn't happen. And like as soon as we got on the water, the current just starts taking you. And Abby is in front of me and she's on the board and she's looking at me and I'm looking and I'm trying to like give her instructions and she's
you
just
have life jackets and shit.
Yes.
Oh god.
And she's like just clenched on the thing God. And I'm like, Abby, get your paddle up, and I'm like trying to tell her how to do it, but I don't know what I'm doing.
You know how hard it is to make me nervous about shit this, and I am so nervous for you guys on a fucking paddleboard in a current. I've been to the river with you and your girls, and oh my god, you guys are so funny.
It did not go well.
Yeah. But you love the idea of it, and you love
it was
the
so
beach.
Much fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love the wine. It was so like again, cue the tears.
Yeah.
A lot of crying.
This is anxious.
There was so much crying. But it was this beautiful like area, and like it was just there were two options. You could go right, which had like the dolphins and the manatees and like the nature preserve, or you could go left, which was just like the Martians.
Certain death.
It was really pretty, and it was just and so we were trying to go upstream first, and then we just said fuck it and went the other way. And we all have
blisters
on her hands from like the
paddleboard.
skin being gone. Abby lost an earring.
A nice one.
One of her favorites.
Oh yeah.
And I was
sentimental.
It was rough.
Yeah.
So, and then as soon as we ended up switching. So her and Joshua ended up switching, and she kayaked back to the place. We got back an hour and a half early.
yeah. Like, you paid for 4 hours. You're like, we know.
We're good on that. Thanks.
I got to take Oliver out jet skiing on the Columbia one time. We had like such a good time.
Yeah.
But when it was time to be done, it was time to be done. I was like, oh man.
Because of him or because of you?
No, because I was tired.
Oh.
Of like, because you worry about him. Your kids is like, oh man.
Well, it was like a fear that like I didn't even like think about until she started floating away, and then I was like, oh no.
Yeah, well, it's this thing where it's like when you're uncomfortable, you're like, oh, I've made a mistake. Like, I had that one time. I took my friend Jake and his kids swimming at this spot, and like it immediately became apparent that my kids are like comfortable in water and they know how to handle themselves in fast moving water, and I. Usually when it's fast water, they always have a life jacket. There's that swimming spot we go to where Oliver jumps off the rock and shit. The only reason they don't wear life jackets there is like, we know that spot and the water doesn't move that fast.
Right.
But like there's a fear there, and that's good because like, especially like Puget Sound, like that shit'll kill you. Like it's cold. It's cold and it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. But if like, it's also like, what an awesome opportunity. So I get where you guys are coming from. That shit's hard.
Well, as soon as we got back and we're taking off our life jackets and stuff, Abby looked at me and she was like, I really miss paddleboarding.
Yep.
Are you kidding?
Because next time it'll go like way better next time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was something I think that once we get a little bit away from, and once we're able to look back at, it would be like, that was actually a lot of fun. It was really pretty. And the view was insane. And it was really nice.
It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. And one of my shows, Southern Charm, is filmed out there. And
I was wondering what that was.
I didn't realize that one of the people that is on that show, Thomas Ravenel, he was a politician, like a disgraced politician, and he was on this reality show. And but I didn't realize how much money he had until I was crossing the Thomas Ravenel fucking bridge, which is like this ginormous, like huge, monument or landmark in Charleston. And I was like, you got a fucking bridge.
Is he
money?
a turd or what?
Yeah, he got an 18-year-old pregnant and then left.
Can they take his name off the bridge?
No, well, it's actually his dad's bridge, but like,
of course it is.
Yeah, he has, but that's like.
I'm sure his dad never got.
In any trouble. I actually was reading about
wealthy people are so like, it's so wild.
Well, I was actually reading about him and the bridge, and he was actually arrested for possession of cocaine on his bridge.
Well, let's go.
But then all I could think about is I feel so bad because this girl Catherine who got pregnant by him, she ended up being shunned in Charleston.
Yeah.
And she, her life was made a living hell because of this man.
Yeah.
And but like all I could think about was like, I can't imagine what Catherine's life would be like. Like, can you imagine having to like go across town?
Oh yeah, cross
get
the
milk?
Thomas Ravenel fucking bridge.
And you've got to go across your baby daddy's bridge to get there. Like,
God.
oh, that's frustrating.
That's brutal.
Yeah, but it was interesting seeing old money like that. It's just not something.
Oh, it's funny because we were in the same place. Yeah, like I was in North Charleston by the comedy club, and then after the late show on Saturday, I decided to go and tour like downtown. And I got on one of those Lime bikes, and like the minute I got out, like there was already money around there, but just like it's not just that, it's like an attitude kind of thing, and it's not bad. It's just like it's just different. It's like Southern old money is a vibe, and a complicated vibe at that.
It's just not something that I can like.
Yeah,
it could even fathom until I was like there, and I'm like, oh wait, that street is named after you. Oh, that bridge is named after you. Yeah. Oh, that's an entire town.
I think like when we talk about like, oh, it's like the sins of our fathers and like we don't need to bear these like crosses, like stuff like that. And like I like, yeah, like you didn't own slaves and whatnot, but like a lot of this wealth came from
dirty money,
slave labor. And it's like, okay, so you didn't do that, but also like don't shove it in my face or other people's faces, especially the descendants of those. Don't like you're lording it. Like think about that, like that bridge and that woman that got pregnant, and like not just her having to cross that bridge, but the descendants of the people that created that wealth, like crossing that bridge. Not to say that maybe Rivenon, maybe he wasn't, but he probably was.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Anyway,
let's be real.
What do you think? You gonna put a fucking fork in this
Jesus
fucker?
Christ, we're done.
I know we did it.
Jeez,
this was a big podcast. This was a good one.
Well, we got a lot going on.
I liked it. All right, here we go. Let's do some jokes.
Jokes, man. Joke number 1.
I wrote this like because I thought we would record earlier. So.
Joke number 1.
Yeah.
Did you see what my dumbass did? Joke number 1. Joke number 1. Did you hear about the cell phone company that sends your words to live by every
words to live
by every day to live by? Oh God! It's called Motorola.
You said it wrong. Motorola.
That's his motto.
You fucked up that joke. That's motto.
Oh, it is motto.
Like, you have a motto.
Did you? Okay, let's.
Just move on. You fucked.
Did
up
you
that
hear?
One. No, it's done. It's not. They're not going to laugh at it now because they're just like they're not laughing at the joke. They're just laughing how you can't talk.
Can I tell you
read.
the truth? Can I tell you the truth though?
What?
It's not that funny.
I know it's not that
Okay,
funny,
I'm just
but
letting you
it
know.
doesn't help that you like fucking bungle it.
It didn't. That's true. It's a fair assessment. Okay, hold on. Okay. Joke number 2. It's funny how you drive on a parkway and park in your driveway. I also fart in my driveway. Call it a fartway.
A fartway. I never thought about that, did you? You ever hear that? It's funny how you drive in a parkway and park in a driveway. You ever heard that online?
It's like Greenland is got ice.
Icy in Iceland is green. And I fart.
It's a fartway. Joke number 3. I feel bad for short people. They're really close to the ground, and that's where a lot of the dangerous things are. I have to worry about airborne threats a little bit more.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like snakes and stuff?
From the sky. You need to worry about
like
birds.
Closer. Mm-hmm. There's nothing there. This one you'll like, though.
Joke number 4. The best part about being manipulated is how it's going to be different this time. He's changed.
The best part about not being manipulated.
Oh. Someone's calling you. Spam risk. It says a Sam risk.
There we go.
Sam.
Hello.
David for the Police and Sheriff's United PAC, switching to recorded audio, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
The Police and Sheriff's United PAC is having its public awareness drive.
Oh.
We're concerned about the chaos unfolding in our streets.
Oh. Are they parking the wrong way?
Now, as a PAC and not a charity, we want to see lawmakers elected that push
can you hear me?
policies and legislation,
Hello?
as well as better.
Oh, wait, they're there.
Yes.
I would like to give all my money to the police.
Ooh.
Oh, they hung up on me. Why would you guys just say I want to give you all my money?
What the hell, man? Wait, I have one. What is this? This is John Chamberlain.
Wait, are they calling you right now?
John Chamberlain from Pittsburgh. I just had a quick question, clarification as far as interviewing Sam Miller tonight on the radio.
Oh.
About his shows next weekend. Are we supposed to say where the shows are, or are these more of the pop-up?
I'll call him. I gotta call him anyway. I'm gonna go. This has been. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad we're getting along again. I was worried.
Great.
Thank you for listening to the Tarp Report. Sam and Jes.
Bye.
Bye. So I had warm wiener all night.
I never even knew that a warm wiener was a thing.
It's not fun. You know what I'm talking about, Trey.
You ever
Hot
had
wiener?
a warm wiener, Trey?
I'm fat.
Oh, wow.
I'm fat.
We're spiraling. Okay.
I'm
okay.
fat, and
You
I'm going to stay fat.
No, you're not going to
and-
stay fat
No,
because...
I can do whatever I want. I want to be
Lord.
fat. I like
This
being
is how it
fat. I'm
goes.
good at it.
This is...
Your urethra just sounds like you have like big big pee-pee lips, you know? Like at the end.
Big pee-pee lips?
Just puckered up at the end.